Hey there, everyone. This is Butler with Simple Ray. We're doing an update on the Illinois Adjustable Block Program on Valentine's Day here in 2019. If you need to get a hold of me, Butler at simpleray.com. My cell phone's 419-770-4622. Go check us out on the web, simpleray.com. We're going to be going through this update here. In some ways, it's a major update because we actually have information. And in other ways, we're still playing the wait-and-see game for a couple of reasons. So what is the current status or state of the program? It opened on January 30th. Submissions were accepted until yesterday at noon. So if you did not have your submission in and batched by then, you are not going to be included in any potential lottery. So we will get to that in a second. So in some ways, now the waiting game begins. So if you had 10K WAC or under project, most likely a residential project, you're not going to lottery. In the size and scope of the project, very few projects were submitted in this category. A lot of those projects have to be submitted to eat into that funding pool. The large group, ComEd, not enough was submitted during the first 14 days to go to lottery. We'll talk about that in a second. On Ameren, more than enough was submitted to go to lottery. So if you're an Ameren customer, you are going to be in the lottery. And then on the community solar front, that is definitely going to lottery. There's no doubt about that. You should probably just go out and buy a lottery ticket right now as you're waiting on that. If you're interested, you can go to the Illinois Power Agency Adjustable Block Program website, and they have this really fancy flow chart of what it means to go or not go to lottery and blocks opening and blocks closing. Believe it or not, I still don't think this covers every single contingency, but this has been developed and maintained by Incline, the program administrator, with the copyright there. So go get your fix of flow charts from them. I'm going to distill this down to what I think we need to know for the time being. It's important to note the timeline here. So if a lottery is going to take place, the agency, and the key thing here is they're going to endeavor to conduct the lottery. So it's not even for sure here, 49 days after the opening date. So that would be the January 30th date. We're already 15 days into the initial applications being submitted. The program administrator is going to take up 21 days to review all of the applications and look for deficiencies. And then approved vendors like us are going to have 14 days to fix any deficiencies in the submissions. So while they're going to endeavor to conduct this lottery within this time frame, they reserve the right to extend it. So originally we were thinking, maybe this is looking, sometime early March. We will have to just wait and see. Luckily, the small DG project block is not going to go to lottery. They say they're going to try to hold them on the same day at the same time, but we will see what actually happens there. So on the Ameren block, which includes Mid-American here, they had 44 megawatts AC available in blocks 1 and 2 before it went to lottery, and then there's an additional 5.5 in block 3, so that's 49.5 total. On the ComEd, 52 to 104, so if it went over 104 in the first 14 days, it's going to go to lottery. And there's a 13 additional megawatts AC in block 3 there. So what actually happened? As you can see, barely anything relative to community solar happened to the small blocks. If you were on Ameren, you crested, I think this approached about 120 megawatts AC. We have that on the next slide. And you can see that the ComEd group here did not crest that mark. So on Ameren, they had, say 44 megawatts AC. So they are 2 to 3 times the capacity that they have in that program. So all of these folks who signed up, this is going to go to a lottery. On the ComEd block, they had a lot more capacity, which they did not fill quite. So if you are on Ameren, we have to wait and see what's going to go on with the lottery. If you are on ComEd, we need to wait and have them review the application. If everything goes well and they don't have any other questions, that's going to get approved. That will not go to lottery. And if you were submitted in this first chunk, you're going to get block 1 pricing according to what we've been told so far, which we do not anticipate on changing. If you happen to submit a community solar project, the same amount of capacity is available for you as there is for every other program. So on Ameren, it looks like you're going to have about a 1 in 15, 1 in 20 shot of having your program approved. And if you are on the ComEd block, you have a 1 in 8, 1 in 9 chance, roughly speaking, of getting into the program. It's worth noting here, at some point during the revising and talking about the lottery, there's a 20% cap on a given developer. So if you have questions about that, please reach out to me. It's not worth digging into right now, but there are a few little quirky things on the fringes of this that are probably worth discussing. So if you go to illinoisabp.com, you can find a dashboard and you can keep up to date. They supposedly update it every evening at 9 p.m. So here is a quick snapshot of the table. The part that we care about in order to be considered for the most part is the batch submitted number. So 123 megawatts AC on the Ameren side for most of our customers is the number we're worried about, and 81.191 on the ComEd side. ComEd has been taking a very long time currently to process interconnection paperwork. There is a backlog of interconnections sitting with ComEd. We have no idea how many of those are real projects that will eventually be submitted to the adjustable block program, and how many of those are dead in the water. The paperwork was just kind of filed because there's a general interest, or it's just been sitting with ComEd for a number of years, or it's been withdrawn. So currently, if you've got submitted and all your paperwork is done, you are safe there for Block 1 pricing, which in theory is going to leave 104 minus 81, so about 23 megawatts AC will be left in Block 2, with the additional 13 megawatts AC left in Block 3. So one more thing is that now on ComEd, in theory, Block 2 is going to remain open for at least 45 days for that capacity in Block 2 to be used up. If it is used up during that time, eventually they'll close off Block 2 and move to Block 3. We're currently waiting on clarification if it is a first come, first serve, or what they intend to have happen with that leftover Block 2 capacity there. Our current understanding is it'll be first come, first serve. So the remaining 25% of the program capacity has not been allocated. So if you go back to that flow chart, once Block 1 is taken up, once Block 2 is taken up, once Block 3 is taken up, they say that there's going to be a wait list for Block 4, which we don't have all of the details on yet. We don't know how much capacity and money is going to be sitting in there. At that point, if you are put on that wait list, then you get approved at a future day and time. You're going to have, I think, like 10 business days to decide whether or not you want to move forward with your project. So even if you're not selected for the lottery, you'll be put on a wait list, or if your project does not make it in initially during these initial rounds, in theory, there's a chance of getting some funding, or you'll be put in line for the future there. So that is our quick update. Please let me know if you have any questions. SimpleRay.com, 419-770-4622. Would love to hear from you. Lewis Butler at SimpleRay.com. Shouldn't say love. I'm getting a little sick of the adjustable block program here, but we enjoy going through policy and thinking about the implications for our customers about how we can take advantage of these incentive programs, not only in Illinois, but Iowa, Wisconsin, Missouri, and various states throughout the Midwest. So please give me a call. Can't wait to hear from you.